And Lori Mark, a number of lawmakers have invited guests that draw attention to those two hot button issues right now. We met up with Senator Murray's invited guest at the airport today, right before she left for Washington, D.C. Leah Griffin, seen there from Seattle, has been an advocate for victims of sexual assault for the past several years, ever since she says she was drugged and raped herself. She says the hospital she went to that night turned her away because they didn't have rape kits there. Since then, she's been working with Senator Murray's office on federal legislation that would help study this problem and create national guidelines and best practices.
The Survivors Access to Supportive Care Act would first do a nationwide survey to determine how big the problem is. According to the International Association of Forensic Nurses, they estimate that only 17% of Tier 1 and Tier 2 hospitals have full access to rape kits, which means that survivors all over the country are being turned away.
And Griffin has been meeting with lawmakers across both sides of the aisle about her bill. She says it has bipartisan support. She's one of several guests who will raise awareness about the Me Too movement tomorrow. Senator Cantwell, meanwhile, has invited a local immigration advocate, Maru Mora Vilpando. Maru is undocumented and says she's recently received a notice from ICE to potentially begin deportation proceedings, and she believes she's been targeted for her organizing activities.
We are an easy target because of our lack of immigration status. But we need to be together more than ever. We need to create unity, and we should not be afraid.
It was an interview via Skype this afternoon from Washington, D.C., where she is awaiting tomorrow's speech. President Trump's speech is expected to touch on the issue of immigration tomorrow night, since lawmakers now have less than 2 weeks to reach the deadline they set for a compromise around DACA, the program for young undocumented immigrants. Speaking to reporters today, the president says he hopes the immigration legislation coming out of Congress is bipartisan, because he says Republicans don't have the votes to get it done any other way. Back to you.